All right, here we go. We're 8 seconds away.
I need to find like a good way to.
Oh.
I need to find a good way to blend this in. It's like a remix. Happy Friday, everybody. We are here.
Happy Friday. Okay. Oof. On a brisk autumn morning. Still morning.
Hold on a second. It's September 30th. I feel like we've been saying this every weekend, and I can't believe that October 1st is tomorrow. There's literally about 92 days left in the year.
That's
And
it.
if you missed yesterday's training, shame on you.
Absolutely.
I
It was
know.
amazing. We had about 40 people or 45
Close
people
to
there.
50 people there. It was a standing
Man, it was
room
amazing.
only.
Yes, it was.
I appreciate that. It was really good information. A lot of energy throughout. So I actually thought it was really good. A lot of golden chicken nuggets.
I did like the fact that a lot of agents wanted to hear about it. I heard that some agents needed really this. Yes, we kicked some butt yesterday. We didn't show our words. We just went hard at it. It's not for the faint of heart. But it is business, people. It is business, you know. It was a little bit longer than what we wanted to do, but there is so much information.
I think that's why it was so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we had enough time. There was a lot of information that we were giving, and I think the next event is going to be even crazier, if you ask me.
You know what I realized, and you were right, especially I want to thank Ed for doing his segment on, basically mindset and shifting from having this employee mindset to CEO mindset. I've never really been employed, so I don't really, but I have, but not really, still doing real estate for many years. And how come my good morning for
it was already up. I put it up for you.
It's up, okay, because he was failing. All right, let me just remove it, hide it.
Because I already put it up for you. That's why.
And realizing a lot of people are not. You want to do real estate, but you're not really ready when you jump into it because you don't really know what it is to have your own business.
Yeah,
right.
What you're supposed to do and how nobody's going to tell you what to do, and you have to tell it to yourself. And I realize a lot of people have, and you can't blame them. They have no clue, and us, when you've been doing it for so long, you tend to forget. But the mindset training, amazing. I love how you brought this Tony Robbins energy. It was actually an Ed energy,
Yeah.
We had the Shia LaBeouf who was like, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but yeah. It just popped into my head.
I think everybody needed that energy, What do you think, Israel?
Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. I think there was a lot of information that was really shared on there. Really came in there with the boot camp, really high energy information.
Yeah.
Changing the mindset of, not only just having to be the 9 to 5 kind of deal, but more of the taking charge or more of the business aspect of it. So yeah, I did see a lot of heads shaking. I've seen a lot of people wondering, I should do that kind of mindset. So it was really good to see that.
I heard people saying they were a little teary, because oh man, when it gets you to your core and it's like, I should be doing this. I need to wake up. And let's face it, it's the last quarter of the year. A lot of people think this is over, but it's not. You still have a chance to just redress the situation, reformulate your business plan a little bit. Just work on that next 3 months, and just start the next year really strong.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
then there was Israel segment, which guys, wake up, okay? Don't leave during Israel segment. I won't
No,
take
no,
it
that has nothing to
anymore.
do with that.
I
Honestly,
know,
it's look,
yeah, yeah.
for me, the way I saw it is, and it's true. No matter what, people would probably shut off when I say this. Nobody likes math. Everybody wants to just go to sleep. Everybody wants to do whatever they want, and I understand it. But at the end of the day, when you look at your business, whether you're looking at it or you're not looking at it,
Mm.
it literally lets you know how much money you're making or how much business you're doing throughout the course of the day. So
Can I add something? How you going to count your millions if you can do math?
people do it. They
How
count pennies.
how are you gonna get to the millions if you're not tracking your business when you're only making a
Exactly.
couple of dollars?
If you don't need, you need to know, you need to
Exactly.
gauge yourself. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm getting to this. Now I'm doing
Right.
this, I'm getting to this. What works, what doesn't work.
Right.
My phone call to basically my ratio of leads to appointment is not that good. I mean, you need to bring it up a notch. You need to think like, your future. This is your business. This change the mindset. It's great to have the talk about mindset, but when you're putting the numbers, I mean, you got to stick to it. Yes, it's a little bit painful. Nobody likes this, but it's not about the math. And the math are easy because you're getting programs that are Excels that are helping you with all the formulas,
Exactly.
right? But you need to realize, like, once you understand what your numbers are, and I guess this is the hardest part, because a lot of us are not curious. Go ask
Right.
anybody, what the county they work in, what is the average sales price? They don't know. What is the commission rate that is offered as a payout? And everything
Right.
could be done. You can get all those stats from your MLS, because MLS, when you have the summary things, it just works like an Excel spreadsheet. You can add column and remove them, and just it's gonna give you an average, and it just works the same way. And you have to start thinking this way.
For sure.
And
I
I want agents to see like the assets we have in Israel on somebody who's very, very analytical and
Right.
can actually put this together and made it in is basically a very simple form yesterday. Yes, it looks like a chart, but so what? You have all those grids and stuff. But if you're gonna really look at it, it's not that complicated.
It's
And
no.
not.
get on it, start working on it. Doesn't have to be perfect. When you're gonna get to next year, big year business plan, you're still gonna have to do that. Even worse, we're gonna have to start tracking down every single thing,
Mm.
like the number of phone calls made, the number of contacts made, the number of leads that you just got. It's going to be a lot of things that just going to have to itemize, you know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
Absolutely.
get that message out. I even if nobody's watching right now, I don't care. I gotta say it. Like, wake up,
Yeah.
wake the f up. This is your business.
So what I wanted to add to that was you got to understand something, that we have to wear multiple hats as a business owner. As a CEO, we have to wear multiple hats. All right. And the sooner we start to understand what those roles are, the sooner we can start to work on those weaknesses that we have, right? Like, it was very interesting yesterday, and what kind of resonated for me was, as we were having the conversation of, what are some of your strong suits? It really took a long time for people to think about that.
Yeah.
And what that tells me is that we focus so much on the problem instead of focusing on a solution, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Like, we're so focused on the fact of, I can't make this call because, right? Instead of saying, I'm a good talker, like, I like talking to people, right?
Let me see if I
If I'm
can
a
do
good
that.
talker,
Yeah.
exactly, let me get on the phone,
Yeah. Let me
right?
work on that. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a three part, and I'm telling you guys that are watching right now, it was, and honestly, in my opinion, you guys did an awesome job, we all did an awesome job, we brought the heat. But I can't wait to set up the bigger event coming in December, because that one right there, it is like, we're gonna go full force, like we try to squeeze all the information into this time slot that we had, but quite
Yeah.
frankly,
Right.
it was an abundance of information, and it should
Yeah.
be like we were talking about it. We should turn it into like accredited course, because if we turn it into accredited hour course, we're gonna get more people to attend.
Yeah, it could be
You know
like
what
a
I mean?
3 hour credited course,
That's
you
it.
know,
It
with
doesn't have
breaks
to
in
be anything
between.
crazy. But to
And
tell somebody that you're gonna get 3 hours credited for your
business plan.
continuing education just to set up your own business plan,
It's
I would
amazing.
go, and it's free,
Yeah.
and they're feeding me. Come on, I would be there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I hope that you guys are watching will be there too. And if you didn't make yesterday's event, you missed out, because one thing is doing a big event in a small room. We're closer. It's more personable, right? Another thing is doing it in a major place, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it up at a major place, right?
Right. But
There's
it's
gonna be a
still going
lot
to
more
be the
people.
same feeling. It's still going to be in your face
Yeah,
for real.
we're gonna
You
bring the
know, I
heat.
think because I've been to other business planning, it's all nice and sweet, but what we did, all three of us, is just bring the realness. Yeah, it could be in your face. Yes. Some people might get offended because, yeah, maybe they got offended because they were not doing the right thing to start with,
Correct.
and they got a little bit offended. So what? Just grow up. It's
Yeah.
freaking business. And I don't want to sound like angry, but I'm really passionate about that. You know, it's like you take it to the next level, and we're going to have to, when we do the next event, we're going to have to break down the numbers. So it's
Yeah.
going to be math. It's going to be breaking down numbers. It's still going to be going through the activities. And for those who thought that there would be a magic formula that we were going to bring. Nah, it's the same thing that it ever was. The
Yeah.
scripts are the same. The activities are the same. Nothing has changed. We're not asking you not to do social media and all that. You want to dance on TikTok and get a listing? Sure, do that. But you got to do what it's been. You got to get in front of people face to face. You got to have a conversation. You got to be on the closest to face after that is on the phone, which leads
Yeah.
up to a meeting. You can't avoid that,
Yeah.
you know? And you
Oh,
got to be real about where you stand right now, where you stand and where you want to go. And this was also, I realized a lot of people don't have any clue really, meaning what is a real goal, you know, how you can get something that will become a reality, you know.
yeah. How to set up tangible
It's
goals. Something that,
very, very hard.
yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for your Facebook user. Thank you for saying yeah, for bringing it to you. We bring it to all
Yes.
of us because we all part of that same amazing organization, and whatever, whatever we can do, right? And it helps
Yeah.
us too. I think it helps us realize too, like our own little shortcomings where we need to tweak. I know,
Mhm.
Ed, we each took our section because we want to make each other better. I want to make myself
Right.
better at what I'm doing.
For sure.
I want to, we want to help each other, but we want to also help you out, guys. And because the teacher is the one that learns the most anyway, right?
That's very
Yeah,
true.
it's
Absolutely.
true. Teachers are always open-minded
Yeah,
for constructive
yeah,
criticism.
Right.
yeah. What did you like about my little segment? Because I switch up my game.
Yeah. No,
I
you
had to,
listen.
I had to make it really short. Yeah.
Gigi, Gigi came out the Gigi came out the pen swinging, boy. She was yelling at you. I
Not
was like, damn,
yelling.
Gigi. But what I would say is for your segment, what I liked was the fact that you really broke down the SMART goals, right? Like you were going into detail because, like you said, it's something that if I say in the next 3 months I'm going to make $3 million, right? The question is that attainable? Is that something that I can actually achieve? Is it, have I been putting in the work ethic to get $3 million in the next 3 months?
Right.
Like, if I
Right.
haven't, then that should not be my goal. Like that, and that's what we were discussing yesterday as well.
Mhm.
Was it's good because the SMART goals allows you to actually dig in deep, right? Like, oh, I want to make $1 million in real estate. Why? Why do you need to, like, why is that the number? You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
like, okay, cool. Well, this is why, right? I got a kid, I got family, I got to support. I'm trying to buy a house, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to buy an apartment, I'm trying to move out, whatever the case is. Why do you need to move out? Why is it such a big thing for you? You know what I mean? Because Once, and I like that because it all goes hand in hand. Once you figure out what it is and the reason behind why
The
you
real
need to do
reason.
that,
Yeah.
then only then will you get up and say, oh, okay, you know what, let me try to get this done because this is the vehicle that I have my hands on right now, and I'm going to try to put the pedal to the metal and make it happen. That's it. I have to do it. So once you put your ideas in the forefront, and Gigi, that's what I really liked about your segment was, once you have your goals in the forefront, once you write
Right.
down those goals, once you say it out loud, subconsciously you start to
Mhm.
believe these things, and subconsciously your mind is going to try to figure out how to get it. It
Yeah.
doesn't know the difference between reality or what's fake, what's false.
It
No,
doesn't. Yeah.
subconsciously just knows that it needs to make it happen,
Yeah.
right? It's going to figure out a way. And that's what you guys have to understand. And that's why I love that segment about the SMART goals, because literally that's what it is, breaking down those goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I didn't even have time to finish because I was really trying to not go too far. I just in the end, once you do the SMART goal, I wanted to do like this, what is it, kinetic, like mind body thing. It's like
Right.
asking everybody, how do you, so now you see it's December 31st. Where do you see yourself? What do you, how does it feel? How does it smell? What's the mood? We didn't have much time because that could have been an
No,
exercise, which we'll do next time
of
when we have
course.
3 hours. And
Mhm.
it's like really for the agents to get this into their body, like
Hmm.
feel it in their body. And I think this is what we probably need to bring to everybody. They need to feel it. They need to have that edge, like, oh, I need to do this. It's like, and it's tough, and it's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody.
No, it comes down to that.
Yeah.
But is what did you like about Gigi's segment?
I think you hit it right in the nail. I mean, really, it's the why. I mean, having to actually speak to every single person out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you spoke to two to three people, and everybody had not only what they thought was a tangible idea of what they wanted to finish, but it was more of trying to go deep into it, as you said, get to the meat of the bone or whatever.
Hmm.
But the point was is that it's most people don't understand that. You ask your question why, and it's that question why never ends. And
Yeah.
it's a question you got to continuously ask
Yeah.
yourself, so
Yeah.
that you know exactly why you're doing something to do it.
Yeah.
Perfect example what Ed said, in the sense of not to say that you want to do $1 million, or as I also threw in there in the speeches when I did it, is like you don't want to say that you're going to just want to buy a big mansion in 3 months. Obviously, if it's possible, if you have financials, you can do it. But why do you want to buy a mansion? What's the reason behind that mansion? It's those whys that most people just don't really know how to focus on, and I think that's the major problem
The why, yeah,
to a
then
lot of
the
people.
from the knowing the why, then it's going to be the how, and it's going to be the when, which we decided, yesterday when it was. And
Right.
but and it's all this, you got to really, like, what are your motives, what are your intentions, like deep, deep, deep down. I'm not saying
Yeah.
anybody we talk to that they're not going to reach their goal. I just wanted to trigger something. It's like, what, let me dig really, really deep to see where my motivation is.
Mhm.
What is my
Correct.
real why?
Yeah.
Why do I
Correct.
want to do it? What's the
I mean,
urgency of that why?
Mhm.
yeah, it's eye opening. I mean, I
Yeah.
tell you, once
Yeah.
you and it's. And I think that anybody who ever practices the question why as to whatever project they're going to do, really ask yourself and continuously ask yourself to the point you just can't ask anymore that
Hmm.
why question, because you're
Yeah.
going to find yourself going deep, deep, deep. It's not a rabbit hole at all. It's just more of a deep conversation for
Yeah.
yourself.
Then
Yeah.
all the other things are sort of ancillary, but I think like the accountability part and the skill building part to me is also very important.
Yeah.
You have to be accountable for yourself, but I'm sure you have loved ones around you. It doesn't
Hmm.
have to be your team leader where you give him a report every week of what you've been
Mhm.
doing. But if your spouse knows where you, and he should know where you want to go. And it's like they have your goal there, they have your little sheet there. This is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to do right here. Like, help me out, like put me back on track if I just fall off the road. I think it's important that you're accountable. You're able to look back at yourself and say, am I getting the skills that I need to accomplish my goals? The
Right.
skills are
Exactly.
still, can I talk to people about real estate? Can I have those conversations? Can I help them decipher what their blockages and little issues are, and make the
Right.
difference between a real problem and a stall and so on and
Mhm.
so forth? Am I working on my craft? Am I learning my dialogues? Am I learning my objection handlers? Because they're always the same. Nobody invented new objection handlers.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been the same over and over. It's like, do I
Exactly.
have the right amount of the right number of productive, good conversations with people?
Right.
Do I go back and engage my business, make sure I'm on track? Are my listings gonna sell? Am I going
Mm.
to do right by my seller? Let's reevaluate. I mean, like reevaluating and making sure you do the activities that you need to do. And it's
Mm.
probably very hard for people to just accept that. Oh, crap, I got to learn some more scripts. Well, yes. It's, yes. And then even the way you're going to talk to people, and I know culturally for me, I'm going up and down like this because
Mhm.
that's how we talk. But also being aware on how you communicate out to people, and how they're going to receive the information you're saying, like a lot of things, like
Right.
same thing, tonality, intonation, and so on and so forth. A lot of things to just grasp and absorb, but it's very, very important. Very, very
Yeah,
important.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I know I do appreciate even when Israel says, "Yeah, you're going too high on this one. Nobody's going to understand you." It's like,
Mhm.
bring it
Right.
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
tonality. Yeah.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
important.
yeah. Very valuable.
Mhm.
And I don't take it personal. I don't take it like, oh my God, look at him. He's like, he's fucking bashing me again. No, it's like, he's absolutely right. I
Mhm.
need to tweak something. And I would tell
Right.
him if I think he needs to tweak something, we talk openly about it. And that's what your accountability partner is. It's like, yo, Gigi, like, hold on right here. When I talk too much, he's like, yo, just shut the hell up. And
Mhm.
I appreciate it. I don't fight it because I know he's right.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
it. That's it. That's all I have to say.
I mean, the one thing I mean, as far as my end, I mean, honestly, again, going back to numbers, um, I think that the one thing I always wanted people to understand is that it's how important it is, whatever business you're in, whether it's sales, whether it's anything that has to do with numbers, because numbers do run the game. Numbers is the language of your business. And when we are speaking about the psychological and the mindsets, at the end of the day, it's really how many contacts you talk to, how many people, you go on appointments with. What are you doing? How are we converting each leg of our business? And if you're not doing that strong enough, then honestly, what are you really doing?
Hmm.
And I think that's the one concept or the one thing that we actually try to, at least establish to everyone. That you're not here just to listen to us in the sense of, what kind of mindset you should have. It's here's 3 months.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have 3 months to go, 92 days to go, a couple of holidays to go. What are you going to do to make the goals that you want to make?
Yeah.
Right? What is it that how are you going to accomplish that? What
Yeah.
what tracking are you going to use to make sure you make those numbers? I mean, people could say that I want to make 10 contacts a day. Okay, how are you going to track that?
Yeah.
But then you're making those 10 contacts. Why are you doing it?
Mhm.
And are you doing it in the sense that because you have to go to work, or as a CEO, you want to make sure that your business is running the right way?
Right.
These are the things that we were trying to make sure that everybody understood yesterday,
Right.
and I loved it. So
Yeah. And
Awesome.
I did like the video. I mean, I know we'll work on our sound our sound system next time, but competing with yourself.
Mhm.
Everything,
yes,
if you're gonna look at it, is gonna go back to numbers. Because when you're running a race, it's about
yeah,
beating that clock. That clock has numbers. That's 60 seconds. Let's go below 60 seconds. Let's do this. It's all
yeah,
about
yeah,
numbers. You're going to be the first one, second one. It's all about number. No matter how you slice it, like put that in your head, it's all about numbers. Whether it's with a dollar in front of it or not, it's about numbers.
No, it's true.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I mean, honestly, I can't wait for our New Year's event. But in the meantime, we have 2 months to do that. We have a lot of new content we're going to come up with.
And we're still going to come up with things to help you guys with this. We're going to probably rehash a little bit over the mindset, go back over the tracking and the business sheet. It's a business sheet, basically, how you can use it every day. And if you turn around, are you on the same wall as you are usually with your, there you go.
Yeah, you are.
You see what that is?
You are.
There you go.
That's him.
Proof is in the pudding.
What he wants to do.
And voila.
A little bit to the left, right. You're perfect.
And he's there, and he got it in front of him on the wall.
I'm going to be a hand model.
There you go. That's awesome.
And this is it. This is what this is real, and it's great.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go back over skill. We need skills. We need to build skills. Everybody's scared to talk about skill building, but sorry, guys, there's no way to slice it.
We need to get out of our shell.
Oh,
we do.
And that's what I enjoyed most about yesterday's session, because that's really what I felt like people needed too, was to get out of the shell, right?
Right.
Then we were going to learn what activities and how and why we're going to do what we do. And then Israel taught us how to track everything. Like, this is the system that you want to use to try to track everything, because it's the easiest way to do it. Right?
Absolutely.
You don't have to physically go ahead and calculate and do the numbers. You literally plug them in, punch them into this Excel spreadsheet, and it calculates the numbers for you. That's really what it was. You know what I mean? And it needed to be tied in all together, because think about it. If Israel would have put in a class just for tracking numbers,
there is no meat to that. Nobody's going to get it. Yeah.
If Gigi would have just put out a training on the activities, same thing.
Yeah.
If I would have put out just a training on motivation, I mean, motivation is motivation.
Yeah, that could stand on its own. Yes,
yeah,
sure.
but at the end of the day, it's like, cool. I motivated the shit out of everybody to do what? You know what I mean?
Right.
What was the next step? Right. So that's the reason why this class went hand in hand. That's the reason why we did a training the way we did, because everything was hand in hand. The key was to motivate you, to then teach you what the actions were, and then teach you how to track that action that you're doing, so that you know where your business is on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year. Right. We gave it to you guys for the next 3 months. So play with it. Right. You got 3 months. Do something with it. You know what I mean? I hope you guys didn't just get motivated to walk out of there and say, wow, that was great. You know,
and some do, but then sometimes it takes more than once to just get it. But will we do it? I think we're working on our format, and
we'll take care of all that.
So keep a lookout. It's going to be in December. Chances are it's going to be a little more towards the beginning or second week of December, because we understand the holidays are coming. So if you're someone who missed out yesterday's class, here's your opportunity to get that information again. You're going to get it on a greater scale. You're going to get more information, more tools to help you get.
And hopefully you get credits for it.
And hopefully we'll give you some. Listen, you know what? They will get credits. All right. They will get credits.
I know. We'll figure something out.
That's it.
We'll figure it
out.
All
right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for that. I'm very proud of the both of you. Very proud. Very proud.
Proud of you too.
That was fun.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Until next time. Where's the music?
Right.
Where's the party music?
Cue the music.
Put the music on. Perfect.
It's Friday again. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? Don't forget to stop by the open houses this weekend, okay?
Yes.
Even though it's gonna be raining out there.
Raining on Saturday. Yeah.
Just
but
take
Sunday
it.
should
Just
be
go.
good.
All right. So
there's umbrellas.
Come check me out.
Umbrellas and raincoats, everybody.
Yeah. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.